What makes me want to work with a new person, what gets me excited about a new person, well, let me back up. There's two ways a new person comes to my agency. One, by referral, let's say through a client or through a buyer, like a studio executive. Or they cold call, meaning they write me because I'm on the Writers Guild of America list. So they're out of a list. They are querying me with no contact, no mutual contact. So the way I would be responsive to somebody who I do not know, somebody who comes unreferred, would be with a killer knock your socks off query letter that's short, 2/3 of a page, that makes me want to read their work. Then their work comes. After I read their work, then there's a whole series of other reasons that I want to work with them, which I'll get into in a moment. The other way they come to me is by referral. Say a studio executive refers them to me because somehow the studio executive read them or knows them or is a relative of theirs or whatever. Anybody just like you yourselves. And that script will get read, will get covered by my agency, and will get logged in and be read, and all the things that go with a submission, script submission. Now, the person that is referred might get read. That might be a guaranteed read because it's my mother that asked me to read the script. Versus the person who is querying me, whom I don't know. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to work with the referred potential client any quicker than I would work with somebody whom I don't know and who was not referred. So let's say now the script comes, whether you were querying out of cold call querying or referred querying. Now, what makes me want to work with that writer? Okay, first of all, I want to work with that writer because I think I can sell the story. I sell the script, sell the project. I'm an agent, and that's my job, is to sell it. So it's not only the good writing that's going to get me excited, which always gets me excited. Good writing, finding new writing talent is one of the great thrills of my life. And then screaming and cheerleading for them and getting them connected into the industry is, a blessing and a burden, but it works for me. And what I like to do is find a story that is wonderful as the script is wonderfully written. And when those two elements come into play, that I've not only got a writer whom I think is good, and is ready and is flexible enough that I have a sense that they'll be able to work in a collaborative medium, that's real important. You don't want to be the kind of person that doesn't get along with producers, and when producers give you notes and tell you how to rewrite your script, you can't go home and put your tail between your legs and say, I can't change a word of it. You've got to find a way to compromise because it's a collaborative medium, and if you can't do it, then get out. It's not like writing a novel. Your scripts will be written, rewritten, perhaps even rewritten by somebody else. And you've got to, that's all part of getting involved in this game, and a lot more details, which I can't necessarily go into right now, but I can tell you that getting along is a very attractive quality to me in getting excited about working with a new client. If I feel a client is intransigent about certain aspects of their script, or if I feel that they're very unrealistic about who they are in the food chain, that might turn me off. And even if the script is good, our personalities might not gel, in which case I'm not going to be able to be as excited about working with that client as I'd like to be. So writing well and then writing a story that I feel that I can sell in the marketplace, and having a positive attitude are three real attractive traits to me in signing on a new client.
If you have a demo reel or a pilot script, you know, there are no rules. I think you have to be very aggressive. You have to use every connection you have. You have to try to get people to read your scripts, look at your demo reel, and you also have to understand that there are 10,000 young people just like you who have demo reels and pilot scripts and good ideas, who very much want to be looked at and read by people like me and others in the industry. And sometimes you don't get the timely response that you'd like from me or somebody else because we have these day jobs. But you just have to plug away at it. I wish there was a kind of a formula. For many, many, many years, I've talked to students all over the country about this, and I always feel kind of helpless in advising anybody about how they go about getting their break. The only thing I do know in my years of experience is that the people who are really talented and who are really driven find their way in. And writing careers, directing careers, acting careers are kind of like snowflakes. You know, there are no two exactly alike, and which is kind of what's wonderful about them, because everybody's unique experience informs their work. So the best advice I suppose I can give you is to be patient and tenacious, and no matter how daunting the obstacles seem to be, keep writing.
Well, here we are, right back where we started. You're still watching TV, you still watch movies, and a lot of you out there think that you could do better. Well, go for it. Give us something to remember you by. Now that you know a little bit more about breaking in, who knows, someday we may see you writing for Hollywood. This has been Donnie Nichols at the 66th Academy Awards, signing out.
Thank you.